Have you ever wondered what it means to be one of God's chosen ones? What does it take to be singled out by the divine, to be called upon for a higher purpose? Is it something predetermined, or is it a path that unfolds through your life's journey? These questions have intrigued spiritual seekers for centuries. Today we're going to explore how God chooses the chosen ones, unveiling 7 divine secrets that you may not have known. So, watch the video till the end to know about these divine secrets that will change your spiritual journey forever. As we begin, let us ponder the words of the mystic Meister Eckhart, who once said, "The eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. My eye and God's eye are one eye, one seeing, one knowing, one love." This profound statement hints at the deep and mysterious connection between the divine and those who are chosen. It suggests that being chosen is not about external qualifications, but about an intimate and personal connection with the divine, a connection that transcends ordinary understanding. The nature of being chosen. To understand how God chooses the chosen ones, we must first grasp the nature of being chosen. This concept is often misunderstood as a form of favoritism, where God arbitrarily selects certain individuals over others. However, this is far from the truth. Being chosen by God is not about favoritism, it is about alignment. It is about being in a state of receptivity, where one's soul is aligned with the divine will and purpose. This alignment is not something that can be forced or fabricated. It is a natural resonance between the soul and the divine, a connection that exists on a deep spiritual level. When this alignment occurs, the individual becomes a vessel for divine grace, wisdom, and love. They are chosen not because they are better than others, but because they are uniquely suited to fulfill a specific divine purpose. This leads us to the first divine secret. Divine Secret 1, the call to the heart. The first secret of how God chooses the chosen ones is that it begins with a call to the heart. This call is not a loud, booming voice from the heavens, but a subtle, inner stirring that draws the individual toward a higher purpose. It is a quiet whisper in the depths of the soul, an undeniable feeling that there is something more to life than what meets the eye. This call often comes in unexpected moments, during a time of great joy or in the midst of profound suffering. It can manifest as a sense of longing, a deep desire to connect with something greater than oneself. For some, it may appear as an insatiable curiosity about the mysteries of life and the universe. For others, it may come as a sudden realization that their current path is not fulfilling, prompting them to seek a deeper meaning. What makes this call unique is that it resonates deeply within the heart. It is not driven by external motivations like fame, wealth, or recognition. Instead, it is fueled by an inner knowing that there is a greater purpose waiting to be discovered. This inner knowing is the first indication that one may be among the chosen ones. However, not everyone who hears this call responds to it. Many people feel the stirrings of this divine invitation, but choose to ignore it, either out of fear, doubt, or the pressures of daily life. The chosen ones, however, cannot easily dismiss this call. It continues to echo within their hearts, growing stronger with each passing day. Eventually, they are compelled to act, to seek out the path that has been laid before them. This response to the call is the first step in the journey of the chosen ones. It is a journey that requires courage, faith, and a willingness to step into the unknown. But it is also a journey that is guided by divine wisdom and supported by divine grace. Those who answer this call often find that their lives begin to change in unexpected ways. They may encounter new opportunities, meet people who inspire them, or experience synchronicities that confirm they are on the right path. The role of free will. It is important to note that the call to the heart respects the individual's free will. God does not force anyone to accept the role of the chosen one. Instead, the call is an invitation, a gentle nudge that encourages the individual to explore the possibilities of their spiritual journey. The decision to accept this call is entirely up to the individual. It is a choice that must be made freely, without coercion or pressure. Those who choose to follow the call often do so out of a deep sense of love and devotion. They are drawn to the divine, not because they seek rewards or recognition, but because they feel an irresistible pull towards something greater than themselves. This choice to follow the call is a testament to the strength and purity of their soul, and it is this choice that sets them apart as one of the chosen ones. Divine guidance along the path. Once the call to the heart has been accepted, the journey of the chosen one truly begins. This journey is not always easy. It is often filled with challenges, tests, and obstacles that must be overcome. However, those who are chosen are never left to navigate this path alone. They are guided by a higher power, one that offers wisdom, support, and protection along the way. This guidance can come in many forms. It may appear as intuitive insights, dreams, or visions that offer direction and clarity. It may come through the words of a mentor, a spiritual teacher, or even a stranger who offers unexpected advice. It may manifest as a deep sense of peace and assurance that one is on the right path, even when the way forward seems uncertain. The key to receiving this guidance is to remain open and receptive to the divine. The chosen ones must cultivate a deep connection with their inner selves, trusting in their intuition and the subtle nudges of the divine. This requires a level of spiritual discipline, including practices such as prayer, meditation, and contemplation, which help to quiet the mind and open the heart to divine wisdom. As the chosen ones continue on their journey, they begin to recognize the signs of divine guidance more easily. They learn to trust in the process, even when it doesn't make sense from a logical perspective. They understand that they are being led by a force that sees the bigger picture, a force that knows what is best for them and for the greater good. Divine secret 2. The purification process. The second divine secret of how God chooses the chosen ones is the purification process. This process is one of the most crucial aspects of being chosen, yet it is often misunderstood or overlooked. Purification is not just about moral or ethical cleansing. It is a deep spiritual refinement that prepares the soul for its divine mission. When an individual responds to the call to the heart, they embark on a journey that requires them to shed the layers of ego, fear, and attachment that have accumulated over time. These layers are like clouds that obscure the true light of the soul, preventing it from shining fully. The purification process is designed to remove these clouds, allowing the chosen one to reflect the divine light with clarity and purity. This process can be intense and challenging. It often involves facing one's deepest fears, insecurities, and unresolved traumas. The chosen ones may find themselves going through periods of deep introspection, where they must confront the shadows within themselves. These shadows may include negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, or emotional wounds that have been buried for years. Purification is not something that happens overnight. It is a gradual process that unfolds over time as the chosen one becomes more aware of their inner world and more committed to their spiritual path. During this process, they may experience moments of discomfort, confusion, or even despair. However, these moments are essential for their growth, as they help to bring hidden aspects of the self to the surface, where they can be healed and transformed. One of the key aspects of the purification process is the practice of letting go. The chosen ones must learn to release what no longer serves them, whether it's old habits, toxic relationships, or limiting beliefs. This letting go is not an easy task. It requires a great deal of courage and trust. However, it is a necessary step in the journey towards spiritual liberation. As the chosen ones purify themselves, they begin to experience a greater sense of clarity, peace, and alignment with the divine. They become more attuned to their inner guidance and more capable of discerning the voice of the divine from the noise of the ego. This purification process is what allows them to step into their role as a chosen one with confidence and authenticity. The role of trials and challenges in purification. The purification process is often facilitated by trials and challenges. These challenges are not meant to punish the chosen ones, but to help them grow and evolve. Each challenge serves as a mirror, reflecting back to them the areas where they need to heal, strengthen, or let go. For example, a chosen one might face a difficult relationship that triggers feelings of unworthiness or fear of abandonment. This challenge is an opportunity for them to address these feelings, to heal the wounds that lie beneath them, and to emerge stronger and more self-aware. Similarly, they might encounter financial difficulties that force them to confront their fears around security and abundance, leading them to develop a deeper trust in the divine provision. These trials are not easy, but they are essential for the purification process. They help to strip away the layers of illusion and attachment, allowing the chosen ones to connect more deeply with their true selves and with the divine. Through these challenges, they learn to rely on their inner strength and to cultivate the virtues of patience, humility, and perseverance. Divine Secret 3: The Awakening of Spiritual Gifts. The third divine secret in how God chooses the chosen ones is the awakening of spiritual gifts. These gifts are unique abilities that are bestowed upon the chosen ones to help them fulfill their divine mission. While everyone has spiritual potential, the chosen ones often possess heightened or specific abilities that align with their purpose. These spiritual gifts can take many forms. Some chosen ones may have the gift of healing, the ability to channel divine energy to bring about physical, emotional, or spiritual healing in others. Others may have the gift of prophecy, the ability to receive visions or insights about future events, guiding others with divine wisdom. Still, others may possess the gift of discernment, the ability to perceive the true nature of situations or people, seeing beyond the surface to the underlying spiritual reality. The awakening of these gifts is often closely linked to the purification process. As the chosen ones shed the layers of ego and attachment, their spiritual gifts begin to emerge more fully. These gifts are not new. They are inherent abilities that have been dormant, waiting for the right conditions to be activated. The purification process creates these conditions, allowing the gifts to come to the forefront. This awakening can be a powerful and sometimes overwhelming experience. The chosen ones may suddenly find themselves aware of energies, thoughts, or emotions that they were previously unaware of. They may receive visions, messages, or intuitive insights that challenge their understanding of reality. This can be both exhilarating and disorienting as they adjust to their expanded awareness and learn to manage their newfound abilities. It's important for the chosen ones to understand that these gifts are not just for their own benefit. They are tools given to them by the divine to assist in their mission of service to others. The awakening of these gifts comes with a responsibility to use them wisely and compassionately, in alignment with divine will. Nurturing and developing spiritual gifts. Once these gifts have been awakened, the chosen ones must nurture and develop them. This requires practice, patience, and dedication. Spiritual gifts, like any other skill, need to be honed and refined over time. The chosen ones may need to seek out teachers, mentors, or communities that can support them in this process. For example, a healer may need to study different healing modalities, learn to channel energy effectively, and understand how to protect their own energy while working with others. A prophet may need to develop discernment, learning to distinguish between true divine messages and their own thoughts or fears. A leader may need to cultivate wisdom, learning how to guide others with compassion and integrity. The development of spiritual gifts is an ongoing process. Even those who are deeply connected to their gifts will find that there is always more to learn, more ways to grow, and more opportunities to serve. This continuous growth is part of the journey of the chosen ones, as they seek to align more fully with their divine purpose and to fulfill their mission with excellence. Divine Secret 4: The Role of Destiny and Free Will. The fourth divine secret in understanding how God chooses the chosen ones lies in the interplay between destiny and free will. This delicate balance is one of the most profound mysteries in the spiritual journey. Many people struggle to understand how these two forces, destiny, which seems predetermined, and free will, which implies choice, can coexist. Yet, for the chosen ones, this balance is essential in fulfilling their divine mission. Destiny, in the spiritual sense, refers to the overarching plan that the divine has for each soul. It is the blueprint of the soul's journey, outlining the key experiences, challenges, and opportunities that will shape its evolution. For the chosen ones, this destiny often involves significant roles in guiding, healing, or uplifting others, tasks that align with the greater good of humanity. However, destiny is not a rigid script that dictates every detail of one's life. Instead, it is a framework that allows for the expression of free will. Within the boundaries of this divine blueprint, the chosen ones have the freedom to make choices that will either bring them closer to fulfilling their destiny or lead them away from it. This interplay between destiny and free will is what makes the journey of the chosen ones so dynamic and unique. While they are guided by a higher purpose, they are also empowered to shape their path through the decisions they make. Each choice they face is an opportunity to align more deeply with their divine mission, or to learn from the consequences of straying from it. One of the key challenges for the chosen ones is to discern between the guidance of their destiny and the distractions of the ego. The ego often seeks comfort, security, and recognition, desires that can pull the chosen ones away from their true path. In contrast, the call of destiny often requires sacrifice, courage, and faith, qualities that the ego may resist. The chosen ones must learn to distinguish between these two voices, choosing the path that aligns with their higher purpose, even when it is difficult or uncertain. The importance of free will in the spiritual journey. Free will is not just a gift, it is a responsibility. The chosen ones are entrusted with the power to make decisions that will impact not only their own lives, but also the lives of those they are meant to serve. This responsibility requires a high level of self-awareness, discernment, and integrity. The choices they make must be guided by their connection to the divine and their understanding of their purpose. One of the ways that the chosen ones can navigate this balance is through the practice of spiritual discernment. This involves cultivating a deep sense of inner knowing, where they can tune into the guidance of their soul and the divine. Discernment is not about making decisions based on logic or external circumstances alone. It is about listening to the whispers of the heart and the subtle nudges of the divine. The chosen ones may also find that their journey involves a series of tests or challenges designed to strengthen their free will. These tests often present them with choices that challenge their values, beliefs, and commitment to their path. For example, they might be faced with the temptation to take a shortcut to success, even though it compromises their integrity, or they might be given the opportunity to act out of fear rather than love. Each of these tests is an opportunity to exercise their free will in alignment with their divine purpose. In these moments, the chosen ones are reminded that while their destiny may be written in the stars, it is through their free will that they bring it to life. Every choice they make is a brushstroke on the canvas of their destiny, contributing to the overall picture of their life's purpose. Divine Secret 5: The Power of Intuition and Inner Guidance. The fifth divine secret in understanding how God chooses the chosen ones is the power of intuition and inner guidance. Intuition is often described as the voice of the soul, a direct line of communication between the chosen ones and the divine. It is through intuition that they receive insights, warnings, and guidance that help them navigate their path. For the chosen ones, intuition is not just a helpful tool. It is a vital aspect of their spiritual journey. It allows them to access information and understanding that goes beyond the limitations of the rational mind. This inner guidance helps them to see beyond the surface of situations, to perceive the deeper spiritual truths, and to make decisions that align with their higher purpose. Intuition can manifest in many ways, through gut feelings, flashes of insight, dreams, or even synchronicities that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence. The chosen ones often find that their intuition becomes stronger and more reliable as they progress on their spiritual path. This is because they are constantly attuning themselves to the frequency of the divine, clearing away the noise of the ego, and becoming more receptive to subtle energies. One of the key lessons for the chosen ones is learning to trust their intuition. In a world that often values logic and external validation, it can be challenging to rely on something as intangible as inner guidance. However, intuition is a gift from the divine, a form of communication that transcends the limitations of the physical world. The chosen ones must learn to honor this gift, to listen to their inner voice, and to act on its guidance, even when it goes against conventional wisdom. Cultivating and trusting intuition. Cultivating intuition requires practice and patience. The chosen ones can strengthen their intuitive abilities through various spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, and mindfulness. These practices help to quiet the mind, allowing the subtle voice of intuition to come through more clearly. They also help to build a deeper connection with the divine, which is the source of all true guidance. Another important aspect of cultivating intuition is learning to distinguish it from the voice of the ego. The ego often speaks loudly, driven by fear, desire, or insecurity. In contrast, intuition is gentle and calm, coming from a place of inner peace and wisdom. The chosen ones must learn to recognize the difference between these two voices, trusting their intuition even when the ego tries to convince them otherwise. As the chosen ones learn to trust their intuition, they begin to see how it guides them toward their divine purpose. They may find that they are led to the right people, places, and opportunities at just the right time. They may also find that their intuition helps them to avoid pitfalls or challenges that could derail their progress. This inner guidance is a powerful ally on their journey, helping them to stay aligned with their destiny and to fulfill their mission with grace and confidence. In addition to guiding their personal journey, the intuition of the chosen ones often serves a greater purpose. Their insights and understanding can be used to help others, whether through offering guidance, sharing wisdom, or simply being a source of light in the lives of those around them. By trusting and acting on their intuition, the chosen ones fulfill their role as channels of divine wisdom, bringing clarity and truth to the world. Divine Secret 6, the power of service and selflessness. The sixth divine secret in understanding how God chooses the chosen ones is the transformative power of service and selflessness. While spiritual gifts, inner guidance, and alignment with divine will are all essential aspects of the chosen one's journey, their true purpose often lies in how they use these gifts for the benefit of others. Service, therefore, is not just an action they perform. It is a central tenet of their spiritual mission. Service in the context of being a chosen one is deeply connected to the idea of selflessness. It is about putting aside personal desires, ambitions, and even needs in order to fulfill a greater purpose. This doesn't mean neglecting oneself, but rather understanding that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. The chosen ones recognize that their spiritual gifts are not for their own glorification, but for the upliftment of humanity and the world. This selflessness is not merely about charity or good deeds. It is a state of being where the chosen ones live in constant awareness of their role as instruments of divine will. They understand that their actions, no matter how small, have the potential to make a significant impact on the collective consciousness. Whether it's through acts of kindness, sharing wisdom, or simply embodying love and compassion in their daily lives, the chosen ones are committed to serving the greater good. One of the most profound ways that the chosen ones serve is by being present. Presence is a powerful tool of service. It allows them to hold space for others, to listen deeply, and to offer support without judgment or attachment. This kind of presence can be healing in itself, as it allows those they encounter to feel seen, heard, and valued. The chosen ones use their presence to create environments of peace and love, whether they are in a leadership position, a healing role, or simply interacting with others in their community. The spiritual rewards of service. Service is not only a way for the chosen ones to fulfill their mission, it is also a path to deep spiritual rewards. Through service, they experience the joy of giving, the fulfillment of living in alignment with their purpose, and the satisfaction of contributing to something greater than themselves. These rewards are not material, but spiritual. They come in the form of inner peace, a sense of connection to the divine, and the knowledge that they are making a positive impact on the world. Furthermore, service has a purifying effect on the soul. As the chosen ones focus on the needs of others, they naturally begin to let go of ego-driven desires and attachments. This selflessness leads to greater humility, compassion, and love, qualities that are essential for their spiritual growth. In this way, service becomes both a means of fulfilling their divine mission and a path to their own spiritual enlightenment. Service also deepens the chosen one's connection to the divine. As they give of themselves, they open their hearts more fully to the flow of divine love and grace. This flow is reciprocal. The more they give, the more they receive, not in material terms, but in spiritual abundance. This abundance is reflected in their sense of purpose, their inner joy, and their ever-deepening relationship with the divine. Divine Secret 7, the mystery of divine timing. The seventh and final divine secret in how God chooses the chosen ones is the mystery of divine timing. While the chosen ones may feel a sense of urgency to fulfill their mission, they must also learn to trust in the timing of the divine. This timing is not always in sync with human expectations. but it is always perfect in its alignment with the greater plan. Divine timing refers to the idea that everything unfolds according to a higher order, one that is beyond the comprehension of the human mind. The chosen ones are often called to exercise patience and trust as they wait for the right time to act, to speak, or to move forward on their path. This can be one of the most challenging aspects of their journey, as it requires them to surrender their need for control and to fully embrace the flow of life. One of the reasons divine timing is so important is that it ensures that the chosen ones are prepared for the tasks they are called to undertake. There may be periods of waiting, during which they are being prepared, tested, and refined. These periods are essential, as they allow the chosen ones to develop the skills, wisdom, and resilience needed to fulfill their mission effectively. The waiting itself is part of the divine plan, a time of gestation before the full flowering of their purpose. Another aspect of divine timing is the synchronization with the needs of the world and the people the chosen ones are meant to serve. Their actions, insights, and gifts are often required at specific moments when they can have the greatest impact. If they were to act too soon or too late, the effectiveness of their service might be diminished. Divine timing ensures that their efforts align with the broader unfolding of the divine plan, maximizing the positive impact they can have on the world. Trusting the process, trusting in divine timing requires faith and patience. The chosen ones must learn to release their attachment to specific outcomes and to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust is not passive. It is an active practice of surrendering to the divine, while also staying alert and responsive to the signs and guidance that appear along the way. The chosen ones may find that their intuition plays a key role in understanding divine timing. Through their inner guidance, they can sense when the time is right to take action and when it is better to wait. This requires a deep connection to their intuition and a willingness to follow it, even when it contradicts external pressures or logical reasoning. Divine timing also teaches the chosen ones the value of patience. In a world that often prioritizes speed and immediate results, patience can be a difficult virtue to cultivate. However, it is essential for those on a spiritual path, as it allows them to align with the natural rhythms of life and the unfolding of the divine plan. Through patience, the chosen ones learn to trust that everything they need will come to them at the right time, and that their mission will be fulfilled in perfect alignment with divine will. The dance of free will and divine timing. One of the most fascinating aspects of divine timing is how it interacts with free will. While the chosen ones have the freedom to make choices, those choices are most powerful when they align with divine timing. This alignment creates a harmony between their personal will and the greater will of the divine, leading to outcomes that are both fulfilling and impactful. The chosen ones may experience moments when everything seems to fall into place effortlessly, as if the universe is conspiring in their favor. These are moments of perfect alignment, where their free will and divine timing are in sync. Conversely, they may also encounter times when nothing seems to go according to plan, no matter how hard they try. These are times when the divine is guiding them to slow down, to reassess, or to wait for the right moment. Understanding and embracing divine timing is one of the final lessons on the path of the chosen ones. It is a lesson in surrender, in trust, and in the deep knowing that they are always exactly where they need to be, doing exactly what they need to do. By embracing this truth, the chosen ones can move through life with grace, confidence, and a profound sense of peace, knowing that they are fully supported by the divine. Bringing together the 7 divine secrets. As we have journeyed through the 7 divine secrets of how God chooses the chosen ones, we've uncovered profound insights into the nature of spiritual selection and the responsibilities that come with it. These secrets, starting with the call to the heart, the purification process, the awakening of spiritual gifts, the balance of destiny and free will, the power of intuition, the importance of service, and the mystery of divine timing, are all interconnected. Together, they form the foundation of the spiritual journey of the chosen ones. The process of being chosen by God is not a simple or linear path. It involves a deep and transformative journey that requires the chosen ones to continually grow, evolve, and align with their divine purpose. Each of these secrets serves as a stepping stone, guiding them through the challenges and triumphs of their spiritual mission. The interconnectedness of the divine secrets, one of the most important realizations for the chosen ones, is that these divine secrets are not isolated steps, but are deeply interconnected. For example, the purification process directly impacts the awakening of spiritual gifts, as a purified soul is more receptive to divine energies and insights. Similarly, the balance between destiny and free will influences how the chosen ones engage in service, as their choices determine how effectively they fulfill their divine mission. The interplay between intuition and divine timing is another critical relationship. Intuition often provides the chosen ones with the guidance they need, but it is divine timing that dictates when that guidance should be acted upon. Trusting in both intuition and divine timing allows the chosen ones to move through life with a sense of flow, knowing that they are always supported by the divine. Service, too, is a thread that weaves through all the secrets. It is both a purpose and a reward, a way for the chosen ones to express their gifts and fulfill their destiny. The more they engage in selfless service, the more they are aligned with divine will, and the more they experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from living their true purpose. The lifelong journey of the chosen ones. For the chosen ones, understanding these divine secrets is only the beginning. The real challenge lies in integrating these insights into daily life. This is a lifelong journey, one that requires constant reflection, self-awareness, and a deep commitment to spiritual growth. The chosen ones must continually revisit these secrets, applying them in different contexts as they evolve. They may find that as they progress on their path, new layers of understanding emerge, revealing deeper aspects of each secret. This ongoing discovery is part of the spiritual adventure, a journey that is as enriching as it is challenging. It's important for the chosen ones to remember that they are not alone on this journey. While they may be called to unique and sometimes solitary paths, they are part of a greater community of souls who are also awakening to their divine purpose. Whether through direct guidance from mentors, support from spiritual communities, or the unseen presence of divine beings, the chosen ones are always supported. Embracing the role of a chosen one. To fully embrace the role of a chosen one is to accept both the gifts and the responsibilities that come with it. This acceptance is not always easy. It requires humility, as the chosen ones must acknowledge that their gifts are not for personal gain, but for the service of others. It requires courage, as they must face the trials and challenges that test their resolve and commitment. And it requires love. Love for the divine, for humanity, and for the self as an expression of the divine. The chosen ones are often asked to walk paths that others might find difficult or even impossible. They are called to embody the highest spiritual virtues, to act as beacons of light in a world that can sometimes seem dark and chaotic. This is no small task, but it is a task for which they have been divinely prepared. The journey of a chosen one is not about perfection. It is about authenticity growth, and the willingness to continually align oneself with divine will. Mistakes may be made, and challenges will certainly arise, but each of these experiences is an opportunity for deeper learning and greater alignment with the divine. The ripple effect of the Chosen One's work. The work of the Chosen Ones has a ripple effect that extends far beyond their immediate actions. By living in alignment with divine will, by serving others selflessly, and by embodying the divine secrets, they contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. Their presence, actions, and insights inspire others to embark on their own spiritual journeys, creating a wave of transformation that spreads throughout the world. This ripple effect is one of the most profound aspects of the Chosen One's mission. It demonstrates that their work is not just about personal fulfillment or individual success. It is about contributing to a larger movement of spiritual evolution. Every act of kindness, every moment of presence, and every step toward alignment with the divine has the potential to touch countless lives, creating a legacy of love and wisdom that endures. The ultimate fulfillment, union with the divine. At the heart of the journey of the Chosen Ones lies the ultimate goal, union with the divine. This union is not just the culmination of their spiritual journey. It is the ongoing experience of living in constant connection with the divine. It is a state of being where the Chosen Ones are fully aligned with their purpose, where their every thought, word, and action is infused with divine love and wisdom. This union is both a destination and a path. As the Chosen Ones deepen their connection with the divine, they continue to grow and evolve, discovering ever more profound aspects of their spiritual nature. This journey toward union is one of infinite possibility, where the divine continually reveals new layers of truth, beauty, and love. For the Chosen Ones, this union brings a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. It is the realization that they are exactly where they are meant to be, doing exactly what they are meant to do. It is the knowing that they are an integral part of the divine plan, and that their work is contributing to the greater good of all. As we conclude this exploration of how God chooses the Chosen Ones and the 7 divine secrets that guide their journey, it's clear that this path is one of deep meaning and great responsibility. The Chosen Ones are called to live lives of service, to continually align with divine will, and to embrace the mysteries of divine timing and intuition. This journey is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are willing to commit to their spiritual growth and to the fulfillment of their divine mission. It offers the greatest rewards. The Chosen Ones are the torchbearers of a new era, bringing light, love, and wisdom into a world that deeply needs it. As you continue on your path, remember that you are never alone. The divine walks with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and helping you to fulfill your highest potential. Embrace your role as a Chosen One with humility, courage, and love, and know that your work is making a profound difference in the world. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And let's continue to build a community of like-minded souls dedicated to spiritual growth and personal development. Stay blessed and continue shining your light. Until next time, thank you for being a part of Spirit Guide.